had loads of bass this summer, so I've taken one out of the freezer this morning. I'm going to cook it for you tonight. I'm not getting the books out tonight, I'm going to use the internet instead. So I'm going to type in bass and see what we get. A guitar. No? Right. Let's try bass recipe. Okay, BBC Good Food, first hit, what we got? Bass with sizzled ginger, chilli and spring onions. It says sea bass, but I'm not going to mention the sea part of that. That's the first one on there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks alright. So bass, oil, ginger, garlic, chilli, spring onion, soy sauce. Got everything except the spring onion, but I'll use red onion again because I quite like that. It'll be nice and colourful. Okay, let's get on. Let's grab the ingredients. Okay, 3 pound bass from the freezer, been deheaded and gilled. Guts been taken out from the inside. All the fins and the tail are off. Nice and easy. It's been descaled as well, ready for cooking. Got my ginger, got my garlic. I'm not going to use chilies because of the kids, so I've got red pepper for the colour and for a bit of extra flavour. And I've got some red onions instead of spring onions. Right, I'm going to start by filleting my bass. Okay, it's not completely defrosted, so it's nice and firm. Shit, just slipped there on a scale. See, I haven't scaled it properly. Never mind, because that'll all be coming out anyway. So just take the time, nice and gently, feeding it along. I don't really want to waste any flesh. Quite a big bone in this. I tend to leave them with the bone in. I should fillet them, but I never seem to get round to it. Okay, so that's the first fillet. Okay, so I've got my 2 decent fillets, and I've taken all the flesh off that. It's looking good. There's some roe in there, but that was all knackered, so I wasn't going to use that. Brilliant, that can go in the bin. I could put it in the stock pot if I was making soup. I'm going to chop these into 3 pieces for cooking. Okay. Just so I've got nice manageable sized chunks. Okay, so I peeled the garlic, the onion, the ginger and the peppers. So now I'm going to start. Thin slices of garlic. Okay, I'm not crushing them for this, I just want slivers. The impressive way they do on the telly, I'll try not to cut my finger off because I don't want any blood in this. Loads of garlic because my wife's French, she likes garlic. Now for slices of red onion. Hey, you casting a shadow, out of the way you. Come stand here. I'm not doing chilies because the children don't like to eat hot chilies, but the ginger's going to keep it nice and spicy anyway, give it enough poke. So I'm just going for a nice red pepper, one of those fancy shaped triple the price ones that we seem to buy too often. Sometimes getting reduced, not tonight. Now I've got my ginger, I want to cut that into thin matchsticks, so I'll start by slicing it across. I'm not going to go too thin, I want them to have a bit of body in them. I'll go fairly thin. I don't want the pile too high either because that makes it less controllable to cut. I'm a really bad dad. I ate Abigail's bolognese for my lunch, so I've promised to make some chips for her. She likes chips. All the girls locally will tell you that I have got an excellent sack of spuds. I've taken 3 out and I'm now going to start peeling them up, ready to make my chips. Right, got them peeled, same old knife as always, cut them down. I want to have nice neat chips. Don't want skinny little French fries, I hate them. They're for Americans and the French obviously. It's a bit dark in this corner, but I've got the pan on, salted hot water, brought it up to rolling boil. I'm going to parboil those chips for 5 minutes. Supermarket chips are rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Going to season the fish with salt and pepper on both sides. Doesn't really make a great deal of difference on the skin side, to be fair, but might as well do it. Find some salt, chuck it over my shoulder for good luck. Don't want to balls up the cooking. Given the chips a few minutes, they're now softening slightly, so I'm going to put them in the chip pan over the sink to drain. I'm going to splash in some olive oil. Once more, so a bit crisp and dry. 'Cause that's a crisp and dry day. Going to see how the temperature of the oil is, whether it's ready to fry. This is a small sliver of bass taken off the actual rib cage. I reckon that looks about ready to cook with. I'm going to eat that. The ginger and the onions. And the pepper. If you could smell this, you'd be dribbling. The moisture's gone from the chips, they're still steaming, they're ready to go in. If you want to make good chips, get a good chip maker. Right, that's doing quite well, so I'm going to sling the ginger in now, get that fried off as well. I'm frying on full heat here. Take it to the max. That's looking great. So take that out, slotted spoon, drain off some of the excess oil. And put that on the paper just to drain a bit more. Soak up some of the excess oil. Don't want too much oil in the stomach. Spread it out. I'm going to stick it in the oven now. That's going to do two things. It's going to keep it warm. It's hopefully going to crisp it up just that little bit. Looks good though. Okay, lovely and pale. They're about half cooked. This is a trick the Belgians do. I take them out, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to eat that one though, I'm not leaving him. So damn dark in this corner. Right, pop the fish in. Skin side down, it's going to crisp up. Bollocks. Give it a little shake just to make sure it doesn't stick to the pan. Leave that in for about 5 minutes. I'm going to give the fish a turn now, carefully, I don't want to break it up. Skin looks great, nice and crisp. I reckon a couple more minutes and that's going to be ready. Look at that. Let's get those chips back in, finish them off. They've been sitting there for a few minutes just to cool off. Chips are done. Look at that, golden brown, texture like sun. Lays me down and with my mind she runs. One up, one down. Splash soy. Sprinkle on the old ginger, garlic, red onion, red pepper. Handful of chips. Done. What do you think?
Still not my favourite.